Welcome to My Dream Home. On this week's episode, not only will we show you some fantastic dream homes, but we'll also provide you with great information on companies who can help you turn your house into the home of your dreams. And this week, we're adding something new. We'll be going around town to introduce you to some amazing local businesses and people who can provide great products and services for your enjoyment. We call these segments Living Local. But before we get into that, check out this dream home.
Hi, welcome to the Ice House Lofts. It's located at 1001 East 17th Street in Tucson, Arizona. I'm Darren Jones with Tierra Antigua Realty, and today we're visiting Loft 122. I'm standing in this private courtyard, which is beautifully shaded with brick walls, patio floors, and lots of plants. Let's see what Tony Ray's doing on the inside.
This loft is 2 stories, almost 4,000 square feet. Behind me you can see a beautiful open kitchen. It's the perfect place for entertaining. To remind you about downtown, we're about 7 minutes to 8-minute walk, and I have done that also. And we also have a grocery store and the light rail nearby. So the proximity to everything that this loft has is one of my favorite things about location here. So obviously I'm talking about the loft from a realtor's perspective. Let's talk to Jody and see what he thinks about the loft.
So I'm here in the kitchen, and I'm here with the homeowner, Billy. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You know, one of the things I absolutely love about your loft here is there's so many great industrial materials like exposed piping, air conditioners, stuff like that. But because of your use of the butcher block and the colors, it feels very warm in here.
Thank you. That's what I liked about it too, all of the open stuff and bringing in the industrial and then making it a living space.
Next, we're going to see the upstairs area with Tony Ray and Darren.
So now we're here in the upper living area, and in the upstairs we've got this great family multi-purpose room. There are 2 bedrooms with 2 baths and the huge windows which give you beautiful mountain and city views.
If you would like more information about this loft, visit MyDreamHomeTV.com or call me at 631-8669.
On My Dream Home, we'll help you find your dream home or turn your house into the home of your dreams. Learn about the properties, products, and services that will make that dream a reality.
We're here at Presta Coffee Roasters on First and Grant with Jackie. So tell us a little bit about your company.
We're just real big lovers of coffee, the human connection that's there down the line from us as baristas making the coffee down to the farmer who grew the coffee and picked the coffee. We've been here open to the public for about a little over a year. On Mondays we are closed for roastings, but Tuesday morning we open, and at 10 a.m. we have free cupping, so that's where you get to try our full selection of beans and we all talk about it and geek out about it.
Here at your shop, I noticed that you put a lot of love and respect to the bean. Yeah. You pay a lot of attention to where the bean comes from, how it is handled, and how it's roasted.
Before we choose a bean, we definitely go through a lot of stages of trying the bean and making sure it's exactly what we want, as well as what we think our customers would like too. That factors in.
I wanted to make these delicious candy roasted nuts in the kitchen to really pair up with one of your beautiful coffees.
Okay.
They're a little sweet on the outside and they're nice and roasted on the inside. Mm-hmm. Can you suggest a great bean that I could utilize?
We have an El Salvador bean right now. This one in particular has very cocoa forward flavors. It's very rich, so I think it'll balance out well with like the sweetness and nuttiness of what you're making.
So Jackie, how can the people at home find out more about Presta?
They can visit our website, prestacoffee.com, or follow us on Instagram at Presta Coffee, as well as come in and talk with us.
Well, fantastic. I'm definitely coming back.
Great.
So I got to meet some great people at Presta Coffee Roasters, and I really learned a lot on how they honor the system of how coffee is made. And so that really inspired me to make something great with that. So today, I'm going to candy and roast some almonds. Well, let's get started. Now, it's really important to have a good-sized pot for this. You have a big pot, then the nuts can move around really well, and you get that beautiful caramelized look. Now, don't worry, there's only 4 ingredients to this recipe, so you can absolutely do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my sugar, which is about 1/4 cup, and then I have about 2 tablespoons of water. We're gonna put this on the stove and we're gonna let it melt down. If you wanna make a big batch of this recipe for any holiday party or a big gathering, you can always double up what I'm doing. Today, I'm just gonna use a half a cup of almonds. We put it on the stove and cooked it for just about a minute, and now we're at the second stage of making dragée nuts. The sugar has actually crystallized, and you really need to make sure that you mix the nuts really well at this final stage. You can really see how the nuts are starting to caramelize. You can see there's a little smoke coming off of it. Don't panic, it's just the sugar caramelizing. And now we're gonna add a touch of butter, just about a teaspoon. This is gonna give it a little bit of shine. So after I add the butter, I'm gonna add a sprinkle of salt. This will bring everything together, just like that. So the nuts are totally done, and now I need to let them just cool off and dry. I like to put them on a piece of parchment paper or wax paper, whichever one that you might have. This kind of saves on the mess. So after you actually candy and roast these nuts, you could coat them in dark chocolate and then toss them in cocoa powder, and they're gonna pair amazing with an ice brewed coffee with some Presta coffee beans. So I'm going to use a French press today, and I'm going to use some cold water and some ground coffee. So I have about 1 cup of coffee right in here, and I'm going to make about 2 cups of coffee. But if you want to make more than that, all you need to know is that you need 2 parts water to 1 part coffee. So I have my 2 cups of cold water I'm going to pour right on top of my ground coffee. So remember, your water needs to be cold. You don't need to boil this. So now I'm going to put the lid onto the French press. Here's the lid. You want to just place it right on top, but you don't want to press it down, just like this. You're going to press this down after you let it steep. And a good time for letting this steep would be probably 12 to 24 hours. So now we've pressed the coffee beans into the liquid that sat for about 12 hours. So now I can pour it right out. I have some ice here, so I'm going to fill it up with some ice. And then here's our ice brewed coffee. I'm going to fill it probably about halfway. And then I have a little half and half here. So I added about 1/4 cup of half and half. And it's ready to drink. Now, if you want to just enjoy the roasty, beautiful flavor of the coffee beans, this is perfect. But if you would like to add a little bit of a sweetener, you could add maybe a stevia or something like that. Or I could show you how to make a chocolate syrup or a vanilla simple syrup. Delicious. I bet it'll taste great with the nuts.
My Dream Home is brought to you by Patio Pools, local family fun since 1969.
Green Valley Hospital is open and providing services to our surrounding communities. Did you know that Green Valley Hospital is more than just an emergency room? We also offer a comprehensive selection of outpatient services, lab, respiratory, cardiac cath, endoscopy, and radiology to include mammography and DEXA, ultrasound, MRI, CAT scan, and nuclear medicine. Let our competent and compassionate staff become a part of your healthcare team. Come visit our beautiful facility and see what Green Valley Hospital can offer you.
Hi, I'm Tony Ray Baker.
And I'm Darren Jones.
And we're not TV show hosts.
But we play them on TV.
Choosing the right realtor can be a challenge. So today I thought I'd give you a few tips to help make that a little easier. Choose the realtor you can trust, and one that communicates with you constantly.
Make sure your realtor understands the unique qualities of your home and how to price it to sell quickly. In a competitive market, you want your home to be the most desirable in that price range. So look around your home to see how it presents itself to buyers.
I'd love the opportunity to sit down and show you how we can be that realtor. So call me at 520-631-8669 or visit us at ctucsonhomes.com.
Hi, I'm Darren Jones with Tierra Antigua Realty, and today we're visiting a property that is listed by our good friend. Now, we're over on the west side. It's about 6 minutes from downtown, I-10 freeway, and this is the west side, and you're not going to believe the spectacular views. We're here today because we really love the modern architecture of this building. So I want you to first of all take a look at this beautiful view. You have the Catalina Mountains, you have the beautiful skies, the night skies, and the city views. This is $1 million view. So welcome inside. We're moving directly from the interior entrance right down into the main living area. On the west side, we have an expansive patio with modern cable railing. And to the right, we have a fantastic kitchen with an open concept. Wave to Tony Ray. The cabinets in here are beautiful dark wood stain with nice granite countertops, stainless steel appliances. The entire home has concrete polished floors, and the views here are amazing. It's got a modern feel with nice clean windows, and they're huge with amazing views. So right off the main entry, we have a great office space, which has a nice view with windows, lots of light, and you can see right down the driveway to see who's coming in. Moving down the hallway, we have extra storage. We also have a full bath, as well as a guest room and a master suite. So here we are in the master bedroom with a romantic fireplace. There's a little patio off of the left, and it has great positioning for sunset views as well as northern views of the Catalinas and the city lights. Directly in front of me, there's also a walk-in closet and master bath. So this is that great western deck that I was talking about earlier. Look at these views, they're just spectacular.
Yeah, you can see the Catalina Mountains, you can see the Tucson Mountains, you have sunrises, sunsets. It's a beautiful, beautiful location. And I love all the natural environment around this property with the beautiful saguaros out there. It's just gorgeous. Fantastic. So how do we get people information if they want more about this home?
If you'd like to know more about this home or any of our listings, you can please give us a call at 520-631-8669 or
sorry. Or
I forgot the website.
ctucsonhomes.com. It's ctucsonhomes.com.
ctucsonhomes.com.
Call me though. Just call me.
Hi, this is Eric with Savannah Nursery. I'm standing in front of a Texas everbearing giant fig. These fruit are going to get really big. In a couple weeks, they're going to be ripe. Big, ripe, dark purple fruit that are great stuffed with goat cheese. These are actually blooms. You eat the blooms. They're not fruit until they get pollinated. It's a little confusing, but we're eating flowers here. And they'll produce these flowers 3 times a year. So we get a lot of figs from this tree. Figs have been grown in the Tucson area for a couple hundred years, maybe even 300 years. The Spaniards brought them originally in the Presidio they were growing, and we have a lot of the heritage varieties from some of the older homes in Tucson, like the Sosa Carrillo house has figs and pomegranates. In fact, pomegranates do really well here also. And this is a Josefina pomegranate, which is a white pomegranate. The Spaniards brought those also. Both of these varieties of fruit trees are very drought tolerant and heat tolerant, so they're perfect for a Tucson garden. A lot better than some other varieties of fruit that may need a little bit more water. A pomegranate will live on practically rainwater here. Of course, if you want bigger fruit, you're going to want to water a couple times a week for several hours on a slow drip. And that's true for the figs too. So there's a lot of great varieties of figs that the Spanish have brought us and that are still growing here in Tucson. They're tough and easy to grow and very productive for lots of good fruit. For more information about growing heritage varieties of fruit trees in Tucson, Arizona, call us at 546-9200 or stop by our nursery at 5301 South Houghton or check out our website at www.savannanursery.net.
I'm very happy to welcome to our studio today from Arizona Grill and Hearth, the king of barbecue, Val Romero. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you, Jody. Appreciate it as always.
Yeah, it's been almost a year since we started having you on. It's been a lot of fun. And one of the cool things we've talked about is the pizza oven, the talking grill, and today we're going to talk about community grilling. Tell us all about it.
All right, our newest product is the Evo Grill, spelled EVO, and it's actually a community grill. Basically, it's a social grilling experience. It's a round cooktop with no hood on it, and you have areas where you can fit 6 people, 3 couples around the grill. You can squeeze 8 in if you want, but you can be grilling as well as having conversation, talking, and enjoying company at the same time as you're grilling.
And that's really important. Right now it is grilling season, and I like to grill with my family. You know, there's a lot of us that get together, and I hate it when like just one of us is over there cooking. It's a great interactive activity that we can do together because of this type of grill.
Exactly. Another nice thing about it is you can put people on different stations. So we did a party where someone was working the kebabs, the other person was working the shrimp, one person was working the vegetables. So everybody had their own little station and was in charge of that. We were able to put it all together and serve out plates. So we weren't just doing it all by ourselves. We were able to make it a family affair.
And that's really important. The other thing that's important is the way that this grill is created, you really keep the integrity of the food intact. You know, those juices and flavors aren't mixing with the other ones, right?
Right, because the concave nature of the Evo grill, for instance, we did breakfast. We did sausage and bacon on the outside, and we did our pancakes in the middle. So the grease was able to slide off the side, but our pancakes came out nice and fluffy just as we needed. And they also have 2 different zones. The middle has its own heat zone, and the outer one has its own heat zone. So you can vary the temperature based on the food that you're grilling.
That's really interesting. The other thing that's interesting is I've never had pancakes made on a grill. What's that like?
To be honest with you, it is fantastic. Comes out just like you would do on a griddle inside of a house.
And the way that it's made, you know, the batter doesn't fall through the grill, right? Because
Nope.
this is a really interesting cooktop.
Yes, it's a cast iron cooktop, and it's got a special coating over top of it. So if you are even doing foods like a teppanyaki or something or needing a knife on it, you can cut right on this, put pots and pans on it as well too, and it's not going to damage the integrity of the surface.
You guys do more than grills. You do spices. Tell us about that.
Well, this is our 1-year anniversary for our spices as well too. The King of Barbecue has its own line. Our first release was Rub Me Tender. Then we came out with Hunk of Burn and Rub, a little bit spicier. The King's Creole followed that. Then came Steakhouse Rock, which is great on all beef products. Suspicious Spice with a little Southwest flair. And then Rub Me Sweet for chicken and fish products. And we just recently came out 2 months ago with our first barbecue sauce, all sauced up.
Very nice. The other thing that's very nice is I love your Hunk of Burning Rub on my turkey burgers, and my family loves it too. It adds a different flavor to it and really enhances, you know, the turkey burger and livens it up.
That's kind of what it's designed to do. All the high quality ingredients that we use are top of the line. So it's going to be a little bit more expensive than what you're going to find at the grocery stores, but the quality of your end product is going to be so worth it, and I appreciate the compliment.
Well, yeah, and it is definitely worth it. So for the folks at home that want to find out more about the King of Barbecues, your grills, you know, your spices, everything that you guys do, what's the best way?
Best way is coming into our showroom. We always love to visit you, part of our family. 1045 North Jerry Avenue, Major Crossroads, Speedway, Columbus. Best landmark just south of the Dunn Edwards on Speedway. You can see us online, azgrillandhearth.com, or you can shop us online, thekingofbarbecues.com.
Great information. I love having you on. Thanks again, and I look forward to working with you in the future.
Congratulations on your 1 year.
Thank you. I'm very happy to have with me today from California Lighting and Design, the master of lighting, Lyons Whitmore. Thanks for being on the show, buddy.
Thanks for having me, brother.
You know, I enjoy having you on, especially this time of year. Most people know you as the guy with the Christmas lights, but you're so much more than that. You guys have been doing landscape lighting for years, right?
That's correct. We do custom landscape lighting for people's houses. With landscape lighting, we come out, we look at your yard, and we really look at it through your eyes and say, what would you like to see? Take some ideas, but we really will lay out a skeleton version of your yard, and then we'll do a nighttime demonstration. So not only am I really good at what I do, but I'll show you before you buy it and let you help design it.
So people know what to expect after it's put in there.
Most of the time when we do a sale, people will set up the demo, they'll go in their house, they'll look at it from in the bedroom, they'll look at it from the kitchen, they'll look at it from all over and go, I love it.
And that's the great thing about it, right? Because you can look at the yard and say, I want another light here, I want to move this one there. You can custom make it exactly to their dream, to their viewpoint.
That's right. When we do an estimate, we'll come out and we'll tell you, when we do the demonstration, your backyard has 2 thought processes, a budget and a picture. And if you add a light to change the picture, change the budget. And you go like this until you come to a really good line where you're happy with the budget and you're happy with the picture, and it's a beautiful landscape.
And I believe that's really important, especially here in Tucson. This time of year, we probably utilize our backyards more at night after the sun goes down, right?
It's true. This time of year, people, it's too hot to swim at dinner time. So they'll go out in the backyard, they'll enjoy their mountain views or their pools, and they'll enjoy that well into the evening.
So Lyons, for the folks at home that want to give you a call, have you come out to their home to lay it out, to give them a quote, what's the best way?
The best way to reach us, Jody, is CaliforniaLightingDesign.com. You can look at the portfolio, the profile pictures, see what you like. Give us a call. Our phone number is 520-999-5021. We'll come out, give you an estimate, have lights in your yard usually within a week or 10 days.
Fantastic. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having us.
I'm very excited to have on the show today from Tucson Business Club, the president, Bill Nordbrock. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, tell us about the Tucson Business Club.
Tucson Business Club is a group of business owners who are really good at what they do. They strive to provide a high level of service, and we come together a couple times a month for breakfast or lunch to share best practices, help each other, refer business to each other, do anything we can to help each other thrive in any economic condition.
You guys have done a good job of sharing that information, not only with your members, but now you have something that I'm very excited about, and that's your app. Tell us about it.
You know, the app is something we released in January. We've been in business for 9 years, and we needed a vehicle that the public could find access to our members. So we released the app. It's called Tucson's Best. It's available for free. You can download it at TucsonBusinessClub.com, and you'll find really good, high-quality, vetted people. Probably over 100 different services, anything you need from pool, landscaping, home repair, handyman, anything you need. Real estate agents, they're all there.
Speaking of real estate agents, I know that you're a real estate agent.
Yes.
What are you seeing in the real estate market right now?
Real estate is really good. Our team, we're busier right now than we've been in 12 years. It's a great time to sell a house right now. There's very little inventory, just over 4 months of inventory, which is really low for us. We're seeing people that price their homes right, get multiple offers in a short period of time, and sometimes they're selling the house for more than the appraised value.
I know with your groups, you have your finger on the pulse of the business market.
Yeah.
What's that looking like?
You know, most of the small to medium-sized businesses that we deal with on a daily basis in Tucson are doing really, really well. They're growing, they're expanding, they're hiring. So we're excited to see that. It seems like the recovery is here and people are really enjoying it.
So for the folks at home, whether they're a consumer or a business owner, if they want to find out more about the Tucson Business Club, what's the best way?
Pretty much everything could be found at TucsonBusinessClub.com.
And if there's a business out there that wants to, say, get their company on the app,
Yep.
or to see if there's a spot for their business in the group, what's the best way?
Call Melissa at 505-3062. She's our operations manager and she knows what we've got, what openings we have, and which group would work best for you.
Well, that is great information. Thank you so much for sharing it today.
Thanks very much.
My Dream Home is brought to you by Patio Pools, local family fun since 1969.
Get involved in the conversation on our Facebook and Twitter page, and go to our website, MyDreamHomeTV.com, and find great local resources that will turn your house into your dream home.
Green Valley Hospital is open and providing services to our surrounding communities. Did you know that Green Valley Hospital is more than just an emergency room? We also offer a comprehensive selection of outpatient services: lab, respiratory, cardiac cath, endoscopy, and radiology to include mammography and DEXA, ultrasound, MRI, CAT scan, and nuclear medicine. Let our competent and compassionate staff become a part of your healthcare team. Come visit our beautiful facility and see what Green Valley Hospital can offer you.
Welcome to America's Mattress, the sleep you need guaranteed. I'm Jeff Saunders, the owner. We're a locally owned sleep shop. We have 2 locations in town. We're on Grant and Tucson Boulevard and Oracle and McGee. We deliver, we set up, we remove your old mattress. We offer the largest Serta selection in town. We believe Serta makes the best mattress for the value. Are you getting tired of counting sheep every night before you go to bed? Come on down for a good night's sleep and you'll never have to count those sheep ever again.
Hi, I'm Tony Ray Baker.
And I'm Darren Jones.
And we're not TV show hosts.
But we play them on TV.
Choosing the right realtor can be a challenge. So today I thought I'd give you a few tips to help make that a little easier. Choose the realtor you can trust and one that communicates with you constantly.
Make sure your realtor understands the unique qualities of your home and how to price it to sell quickly. In a competitive market, you want your home to be the most desirable in that price range. So look around your home to see how it presents itself to buyers.
I'd love the opportunity to sit down and show you how we can be that realtor. So call me at 520-631-8669 or visit us at ctucsonhomes.com.
On My Dream Home, we'll help you find your dream home or turn your house into the home of your dreams. Learn about the properties, products, and services that will make that dream a reality.
I'm excited to have on the show today from Fairway Independent Mortgage, Sue Pullen. Sue, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me, Jody.
I'm excited about today's show. We are going to be talking about a new program called Pathway to Purchase. Tell us about it.
It allows someone purchasing a house, and they don't have to be a first-time home buyer, they just cannot own another house at the time of closing. So if they own one, they can sell it at the same time, simultaneous. But it gives them 10% of the purchase price for down payment or closing costs, up to $20,000.
I know that we were just talking about there are a few limitations. It's not the entire county that we live in here. There are limits, right?
The property must be in the city limits. It needs to be in the city of Tucson, or South Tucson works too. So if you're out in Vail or if you're out west, even though you have a Tucson address, it doesn't mean that would work. If you're in the northwest, like Continental Ranch, that's considered Pima County or Marana, doesn't count.
But people shouldn't be discouraged if this program doesn't cover where they want to live, because there's other programs out there, right? Like the rural programs.
I think Arizona now has 5 or 6 programs available within the state. So more and more are coming. So if that one doesn't fit, then another one might fit. What I love about the Pathway to Purchase, it's a conventional loan. So it's a conventional loan with lower mortgage insurance. And the way I like to structure it, a buyer can actually come in with no money down, no money, and not even ask the seller to pay anything. So it's pretty exciting.
I think that anytime people can get over that hurdle of having that money down, which is a huge hurdle for most people, they can afford the monthly payment.
Right.
They just don't have that down payment. It really allows them to get in that home that they want to live in.
You know, Jody, that's true, but for those that have the money for down payment, it sometimes makes sense to go ahead with a program like this because the interest rates aren't much higher, your mortgage insurance is lower, and like I've always said, cash is king. Preserve your own cash for your reserves in case something were to happen, and just and use the down payment assistance if you can.
So for the folks at home that want to find out more about Pathway to Purchase and other programs that you offer, what's the best way?
Best way is to call me on my cell phone 24/7, 520-977-7904.
Great information. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us today. Remember, if you missed any part of today's show, want to watch it again, or are looking for great resources to help you with projects around your home, go to MyDreamHomeTV.com. I'm Jody Hinkle, and I look forward to seeing you again next Sunday at 8 a.m. right here on ABC KGUN 9. Have a great week.
Oh! Okay, it's good, it's good. It's cold. Oh, we're good. Oh.